Good afternoon, Minister Fadi Abboud, Minister of Tourism of Lebanon. Welcome to Fitur 2014, to this event organized by Casa Árabe together with the UNWTO. We'd like to ask you first, after the big slump in visitor numbers and tourism revenue, what specific strategies have you got in mind to improve this situation?
I don't know if you're talking about the big slump in Lebanon. There wasn't a big slump. 2013 was 7% under 2012. Certainly, we have the Syrian war next door, but we are surviving. It's very, very difficult for any country in the area to compete with Lebanon. What Lebanon can offer is unique. Probably this is the most cosmopolitan country all over the world. So in Lebanon, you could feel like you're in Madrid, with this Middle Eastern touch, or in London for that matter, or Paris. So really, Lebanon offers very sophisticated services for the tourists. Certainly, the cuisine in Lebanon is a very important part of tourism. Beirut has been voted so many times the partying capital of the world, last by the New York Times. So, this is a very, very unique country, and it is difficult to compete against this country. We are surviving. Certainly the security issue is a problem, but we want to tell the world, really it's always blown out of proportion. Yes, we have some bombs recently, but this is in Beirut. The rest of the country is not suffering from this problem, and really, we hope that the world will understand that not everything they see and hear in the media is correct all the time.
Do you think that domestic resilience and interregional tourism are the key maybe to stimulate demand at the moment? I know you rely a lot on your diaspora as well.
Absolutely. The Lebanese, as I was saying, 400 new restaurants opened in 2013, which was quite a bad year. So, the Lebanese do not give up. Now, most of them have their restaurant in Beirut, and probably they opened another restaurant in Dubai, but the restaurant in Beirut is still functioning. So yes, domestic resilience is very, very important for us. Our diaspora probably now is what is keeping us ticking and keeping us alive. As you know, in Lebanon we are about 4 million people and 15 million of Lebanese origin all over the world. In South America alone, we're talking more than 11-12 million. So this is why, again, Spain is very important for us. We would like to see a direct flight between Madrid and Beirut. I was just reading that Iberia has an offer to Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is the largest Lebanese city in the world. It's not Beirut. There are more people of Lebanese origin in Sao Paulo than in Beirut. So 299 euros to fly from Madrid to Sao Paulo, but to fly from Madrid to Beirut is 1,000 euros. So we would like to see, Iberia coming to Beirut specifically for the South American market, as this is a very important market for Lebanon.
There was a lot of talk about the need to diversify the products and the services in tourism. Obviously, this is probably more the case of other countries as Tunisia or Morocco, but you yourself were mentioning ecotourism, and what other type of, or can you tell us a bit more about these new forms of tourism or competitive tourism?
Actually, our tourism is our meza, So you sit on a Lebanese table and you have, 50 hors d'oeuvres. The problem is not diversification. This is a country where, you can start your morning skiing on snow. Within half an hour, you're water skiing the Mediterranean. The nightlife is unique. History goes back few thousand years, not hundreds of years. So, Christianity started in that part of the world. Jesus Christ was not drinking, unfortunately, Spanish wine. He was drinking Lebanese wine. So, we've been around for a long, long time. Diversification, this is in such a small country, you can do something different every day of the week. And as I said, within half an hour you're climbing directly, because the mountains are stuck to the sea, from sea level to 2,000 meters above sea level in half an hour. So Lebanon is as I said, unique, and it's very difficult for anyone to compete with Lebanon. What we need is peace and security. Give us security and Lebanon will be one of the major destinations in the world.
Do you see a role for civil society in protecting and promoting cultural and natural heritage?
Absolutely. The civil society has the most important role, and we're working so very close with the civil society, with the NGOs, to make sure sustainable tourism is very important for Lebanon. We've done a lot of harm to the Mediterranean Sea. But the Mediterranean Sea does not belong to us. It belongs to all the countries around the Mediterranean Sea. So now we're making sure that we're looking at everything from, an ecological point of view. And the whole of the civil society, they're doing their job more than the government, to be honest. So yes, this is very important for us. And ecotourism is again important for us. We have what we refer to as the mountain trail, where you can walk the whole mountains of Lebanon and spend your nights in bed and breakfast in people's houses. And this is a very nice way to see Lebanon, not just to see the cities, but to see the culture, to live with the Lebanese and see the beauty of Mount Lebanon.
Finally, you were mentioning earlier this love the region has for monopolies, or I'm not sure if it's a love, but at least it's a reality that exists. How do you break away from that? And you were also speaking about the importance of interregional tourism, and how, because of probably these monopolistic structures, it's very difficult to promote interregional travel due to the very expensive prices to travel between one country and the other.
Absolutely correct. This is a problem we are facing, and yes, the monopolies in the airlines, and our airline, we calculated between 1993 and 2013, in 20 years, the Lebanese, in comparison to people who were coming to other countries around us, more or less the same distance, they paid more than $10 billion more. As I was giving an example, even fuel surcharge to Beirut is more expensive than fuel surcharge to cities which are even further than Beirut from Europe. This is a serious problem we are facing in the whole of the Middle East, specifically in Lebanon. We have a very, very, very strong monopoly, the national airline, and the European airlines are taking advantage. They're not competing with the national airline. We are now studying the possibility of taking all the European airlines flying to Beirut to court. Because they are not competing. And monopolies are illegal in Europe. And it's not only illegal towards the European people, it's illegal to take advantage. And in my mind, the European airlines in the last 20 years took advantage of the monopoly our national airline has and increased their prices. It doesn't make sense when Larnaca, next door to Beirut, is like 1/3 of the price to Beirut. So we take Air France or British Airways, they fly to Larnaca for say £200 and to Beirut for £600. This is not really normal, and we are thinking seriously to take them to court and claim all the losses the Lebanese people lost in the last 20 years due to the duopolies, by most of the European airlines flying to Beirut.
Thank you very much. Good luck with that.